Hello, good day everyone. This is your teacher friend Liz, and today let's continue our interesting discussion in physical science for quarter 2, module 1, entitled Sphericity of the Earth. You might probably gaze at the sky on a clear night and wonder about whether there are aliens or parallel universes or universes out there. With the advent of space explorations, the notion of living on Mars, it has been already brought to the table. Just in case Earth ceases to be a habitable planet in the future. Or have you even imagined taking a vacation on board on a spaceship? And your destination, guess what? It will be outer space. Isn't that cool? Well, ancient people perhaps didn't even think about aliens, nor parallel universe, not even the thought of going to Mars. But one thing which is admirable in them is that they are very curious about their surroundings and they always seek answers and explanations to their questions. In this lesson, you will be able to explain how the Greeks knew that the Earth is spherical. First, I would like to assess yourself what you already know about this new topic by simply answering our pretest by clicking the link as you can see on the screen, or you may scan the QR code that will redirect you to the online pretest, and by answering those questions you will be able to figure out among yourselves what are those things that are related to this new topic that has been discussed to you in the past. Once you're done, you can get back to this video. Alright, and what's new? We will be performing our first activity, which has the goal to find out the shape of the shadow. You will be needing 3 materials: flashlight, a small ball, and a bigger one. Please align or place the 2 balls beside each other on a flat surface. And you will need to place them in a darkened room or during nighttime. Once you have the 2 balls aligned on a flat surface or above the table, align the flashlights and the balls horizontally. Now, point the flashlight to one of the balls and turn it on. Observe the shadow it casts on the other ball behind it. And please answer the following questions based on your observations. 1. What is the shape of the shadow cast by ball 1? 2. Which of the 2 balls represents the Earth and the Moon? Lastly, suppose that the moon or Earth is a heart shape. What shadow would it form when sunlight is aligned with it, and why? Let's watch and listen to this cool music video about the planet Earth and how to take care of our environment as well, just to energize yourself.
Millions in California are dealing with the dangers of extreme heat and rapidly spreading wildfires. 103 degrees in downtown Los Angeles, 112 in Burbank, as climate change continues to yield record temperatures.
Get out of the road! Relax, dude.
You're late!
Yeah, the bus overheated or something.
I've been out here for 4 hours. Can we just please go inside? Shut up, dude! No, get him in the trash! Hey, get him in the trash! Get him in the trash! 3, 2, 1! Oh! Gosh, don't let me in the trash can! Pick it up, dork!
What did you just say?
I said pick it up, dork!
What?
Hey, are you Little Dicky?
Yeah? Hello.
Yo, Little Dicky, my brother thinks you suck!
Okay, your brother probably sucks. Look at how you turned out. You're a rat. Your whole household is probably completely mismanaged.
Hey, suck my butt, Little Dicky!
Suck your butt? How about you take that perfectly round head and suck my butt? How about that?
Oh! Hey, police!
Pick up the trash.
He's trying to eat our butt!
There's an environmental crisis right now and you're just just gonna litter on the street? Grow up.
What up, world? It's your boy, just one of the guys down here. Well, I could be more specific. I'm a human. And just wanted to, you know, for the sake of all of us earthlings out there, just wanted to say, we love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. We love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. Hi, I'm a baboon. I'm like a man, just less advanced, and my is huge.
Hey, I'm a zebra. No one knows what I do, but I look pretty cool. Am I white or black?
I'm a lion cub, and I'm always getting licked.
How's it going? I'm a cow. You drink milk from a. I'm a fat pig.
I'm a common fungus.
I'm a disgruntled skunk, shoot you out my butt. I'm a plant, I can get you done.
And I'm Kanye West.
We love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. We love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. We love the earth. We are the vultures, feet on the dead. We're just some rhinos, it's heck. I'm just a giraffe, what's with this neck?
Hippity hop, I'm a kangaroo. I hop out there, up and down with you.
I'm an elephant, I got junk in my trunk.
I'm a squirrel looking for my next nut.
And I'm a pony, just a freak horse. But, come on, get on. Yeah, giddy up, let's ride.
HPV, don't let me in. I'm a koala and I sleep all the time. So what? It's cute.
We love you, India.
We love you, Africa.
We love the Chinese.
We forgive you, Germany. Earth, it is our planet. We love the earth.
We love the earth.
It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. I'm a man. Hello. Can you hear me?
Anyone out there? Hello?
I've trudged the earth for so long and still don't know. I hope it's not a simulation. Give each other names like Ahmed and Pedro. And yeah, we like to wear clothes. Girls still look beautiful and it covers up our human. Eat a lot of tuna fish, but these days it's like we don't know how to act. All these shootings, pollution, we under attack on ourselves. Like let's all just chill, respect what we built. Like look at the internet, it's cracking this. Fellas, don't you let it. And I heard women are better than it. So what we got is land for, what we gotta stand for. Love. And we love the Hey Russia, we're cool. Hey Asia, all of you, come on, every one of you. From the plains to the Sahara, let's come together and live.
Amamos la tierra.
Woman, I beat you.
Come on everybody. I know we're not all the same, but we're living on the same earth.
Have you ever been to Earth?
Everyone who's listening has been to Earth, Ariana. We're not making music for aliens here. Are we gonna die? You know what, Bieber? We might die. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, there's so many people out there who don't think global warming's a real thing. You know, we gotta save this planet. We're being stupid.
Unless we get up together now.
Guys, everybody look into whatever the Leonardo DiCaprio is always pushing, because I feel like that guy knows more about the Earth and how we're it up than anybody. Like, if the aliens did come, we should definitely send Leo as our guy, our rep. In fact, the profits that come along with the streams and the sale of this song are going right into the earth. Let's raise some money for charity. Any words, Leo?
This might be my favorite song ever. It's awesome.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? I hope you enjoy it. Now let's proceed. Under what is it? Did your careful observation prove you right, just like you? Before the Greeks and the rest of the ancient people were able to formulate theories of the sky and the earth, they made a careful and repetitive observation of the phenomena around them. The Mesopotamians are as accounted in their mythology around 6th century BC, described the earth as a flat disk floating in the ocean and bounded by a spherical sky. But this idea has prevailed for hundreds of years until a new view was presented. As the quest for knowledge continues and civilization prospers, several models of the universe were presented, and it is categorized as a geocentric model or earth-centered, and heliocentric model or sun-centered. In the geocentric model, the earth was at the center and the rest of the planets and heavenly bodies revolve around it, while in the heliocentric model, the sun was at the center and the rest of the heavenly bodies, including the earth, move around it. In all of the geocentric models of the universe, the earth and other heavenly bodies were assumed to be spheres. They were convinced that the shape of the earth was not flat at all. Instead, it was spherical. And this idea was already entertained by Pythagoras and Plato. However, they do not have concrete evidence to support their claim. Not only until Aristotle came into play during 320 BC, he is a student of Plato who presented arguments that established the claim during their time. Aristotle argued that the sphere is perfectly solid and the heavens are a region of perfection. At the same time, he believed that the Earth's component pieces, falling naturally towards the center, would press into a round form. As well as during an eclipse of the moon, the Earth's shadow is always circular. Thus, if Earth is a flat disk, it would cast an oval shadow. Lastly, he also argued that even in short travels northwards, the pole star is higher in the sky. Another phenomenon considered by Greeks in their claim of Earth's spherical shape was navigation. They observe that when ships sail away, it seems that it gradually disappears behind the horizon. Is there still other evidence that you know about that are not listed here? Can you name them? If it's not sphere, then why measure its circumference? One of the astronomical events that fascinated the early civilization was the eclipse, and the recorded information about eclipses was used by Eratosthenes about 235 BC to approximate the circumference of the Earth. This was another proof presented about the spherical shape of the Earth. As you know, an eclipse is a shadow formation. This happens when the path of light rays is blocked by an object. While working as a librarian at the University of Alexandria in Egypt, he came across information that during summer solstice, especially at noontime, sunlight shines directly down a deep well in Syene, a city south of Alexandria, and it reflected up again, and no shadow is cast by any object on a noontime. But in Alexandria at the same date and time, a vertical pillar and other structures cast a shadow. And so Eratosthenes measured the shadow cast by a vertical pillar in Alexandria, and he found out that it is around 1/8 of the height of the pillar. This is roughly equivalent to a 7.2 degrees angle between the sun's rays and the vertical pillar, while in Syene, it's 0 degrees. Based on his calculation, 7.2 degrees is equivalent to 1/50 of a circle. Thus, it follows that the distance between Alexandria and Syene must be around 1/50. The circumference of the Earth, or the Earth's circumference, is 50 times the distance between the two cities. Since these two cities are frequently traveled, The distance was measured to be around 5,000 stadia or 800 kilometers. So the Earth's circumference is around 50 times 5,000 stadia or equal to 250 stadia. As what you can see in the figure, when the sun's rays directly shine above what's saying, it is not directly overhead at Alexandria, which around 800 kilometers north. The pillar in Alexandria, which around 800 kilometers north, and the pillar cast a shadow, while the water in the deep well at Zayn directly reflected the sunlight. Are you now convinced that indeed the Earth is spherical? And also take note though that in 500 to 430 BC, Anaxagoras further supported Pythagoras' proposal through his observations of the shadows that the Earth casts on the Moon during a lunar eclipse. And take note as well, it was Pythagoras and his pupils who were first to propose a spherical Earth. And during around 340 BC, it was Aristotle who listed several arguments for a spherical Earth, which included the positions of the North Star, the shape of the Moon, and the Sun, and as well as the disappearance of the ships when they sail over the horizon. He also said about the disappearing ships that if the Earth was flat, then a ship traveling away from an observer should become smaller and smaller until it disappeared. Anaxagoras was also able to explain what causes the phases of the Moon. According to him, the Moon shone only by reflected sunlight. Since it is a sphere, only half of it illuminated at a time. This illuminated part that is visible from the Earth changes periodically. According to Eudoxus, Eudoxus was the one who proposed a system of fixed spheres. He believed that the Sun, the Moon, and the 5 known planets and the stars were attached to these spheres, which then carried the heavenly bodies while they revolve around the stationary Earth. For Aristotle was a student of Plato. For him, the Earth is spherical in shape since it always casts a curved shadow when it eclipses the Moon. He also believed that the Earth was at the center of the universe. The planets and stars were concentric crystalline spheres centered on the Earth. Another famous Greek philosopher at that time is Aristarchus. He is the very first Greek to profess the heliocentric view. Remember the heliocentric model? The word helios means sun, centric means center. This heliocentric view considered the sun as the center of the universe. He learned that the sun was many times farther than the moon and that it was much larger than the earth. He also made an attempt to calculate the distance of the sun and the moon by using geometric principles. He based his calculations on his estimated diameters of the earth and the moon and expressed distance in terms of diameter. However, the measurements he got were very small and there were a lot of observational errors. And also don't forget about Eratosthenes. He made the first successful attempt to determine the size of the earth, and he did this by applying geometric principles. He observed the angles of the noonday sun in 2 Egyptian cities that were almost opposite each other in Sienne, now called as Aswan, in the south, and Alexandria in the north. He assumed they were in the same longitude. And there is Hipparchus. He is considered as the greatest of the early Greek astronomers. He observed and compared the brightness of 850 stars and arranged them into order of brightness or magnitude. He developed a method for predicting the times of lunar eclipses to within a few hours. Aside from this, he also measured the length of the year to within minutes of the modern value. We have Claudius Ptolemy. He believed that the Earth was the center of the universe. That's why we have introduced the Ptolemaic model, which claimed that the planets move in a complicated system of circles. This geometric model also became known as Ptolemaic system. And also just remember the following: the very reason why we can't see very far away places such as Japan, because light travels on a straight path, not on a curved line. And also take note that because of rapid spinning of the Earth, centripetal force overcomes the gravitational attraction. Another thing, because of Earth's rotation, we experience what we call Coriolis effect that causes the wind to blow to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere, which also causes storms. And one last thing, because of the moon's gravitational attraction, it causes the oceans to bulge out in the moon's direction, which is why we have tides. Alright, so what you have learned. Under what I have learned, we will be synthesizing your learning. Answer the following questions based on your learning. Just be brief and concise. Of all the arguments presented by the Greeks as proof that the earth is spherical, which among you find more convincing? Thank you so much for learning with me. This is your teacher Friendly saying goodbye and see you in my next video. Have a great day.
You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over, yeah, 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 yeah. You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over, yeah, 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 yeah. You're living your life, having a real good time, better than when you were mine. I gotta be honest, I got regrets, never gave you respect. Should've showed you that I cared. It's time I be honest, I had to mess up so I could understand. You were the best thing that I ever had, and I'll do anything for us to go back. If I could do it over, I would hold you closer, fix the things that left us broken. 'Cause baby, now I'm older and my love's much bolder. I will never lose you again. You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over, yeah, 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 yeah. You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over, yeah, 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 yeah. I miss what we had and I want it all back. Can you give me one more chance? I'm different, I promise. We'll make it work, yeah. I'll give you what you deserve. No, I will never be turned. I stick to my promise. I had to mess up so I could understand. You were the best thing that I ever had, and I'll do anything for us to go back. If I could do it over, I would hold you closer, fix the things that left us broken. 'Cause baby, now I'm older and my love's much bolder. I will never lose you again. You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over, yeah, 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 yeah. You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over, yeah, 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 yeah. You should come over and I can just show you. No, you should come over and I can just show you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Maybe I came on too strong. Maybe I waited too long. Maybe I played my cards wrong. Oh, just a little bit wrong. Oh, baby, I apologize for it. I could fall or I could fly here in your aeroplane, and I could live, I could die hanging on the words you say. And I've been known to give my all and jumping in harder than 10,000 rocks. Unless you mean it. I've traveled the world and there's no other girl like you. No one. What's your history? What's your history? Do you have a tendency to lead some people on? 'Cause I heard you do. I could fall or I could fly here in your aeroplane. On the words you say, and I've been known to give my all and lie awake every day. Don't know how much I can take, so don't call me baby unless you mean it. And don't tell me you need me if you don't believe it. So let me know the truth before I dive right into you. I could fall or I could fly here in your aeroplane. And I could live, I could die hanging on the words you say. And I've been known to give my all, sitting back, looking at every mess that I've made. So don't call me baby unless you mean it. And don't tell me you need me if you don't believe it. Let me know the truth before I dive right in. Before I dive right
baby, just passing through.
Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. When it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high. And you let it go. And you let it go. And you let it go.
mirar, tu hermoso caminar. No existe nadie como tú. Sky magenta blue, it's only me and you. Your eyes lit up by just the moon. Sé que habrán momentos de sufrimiento, but we'll be okay. No soy perfecto, pero hey, donde quiera que esté, hoy y mañana, o siempre mi amor. Y si me voy, recuerda que now and tomorrow, forever my love. Aunque no crea en mí, tú me haces sentir que soy mejor de lo que pienso. Cuando te conocí, me hiciste tan feliz, me diste un nuevo comienzo. Sé que habrán momentos de sufrimiento, but we'll be okay. Soy perfecto, pero donde quiera que estés, ahí estaré. Hoy y mañana, por siempre mi amor. Y si me voy, recuerda que for now and tomorrow, por siempre mi amor. Yeah, 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 yeah. Por siempre mi amor. Yeah, yeah.